So I came across this really nice gentleman who I actually have become friends with through picking up and dropping off our kids, who shared with me the fact that he had lost his job about 2.5 months ago. And this morning I saw this same gentleman who, when I first met, was in a business suit and seemed super confident, wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, hair uncombed, and was just standing there. And I've been there before because I've been in that situation in my lifetime, but I've also seen how to get people out of that as well, and also done that in my lifetime to get people up and out of that situation. So I stopped him, and I saw like he was dropping off his daughter, and he was they were rushing to get out of the car. And I was right in front of them, and I stopped and I said, "Did your dad ever walk you to school when you were a kid?" And I said it to the father, who had, seemingly looked very depressed and was down and out of it. And he like lit up, and he's like, "No." And I turned to his daughter and I said, "Do you know how lucky you are that you get to have your father walk you to school or take you to school in the morning?" Because my dad never took me to school either. See, back in the day, mostly all our fathers, they were gone for work at 6:30 in the morning. It's a new generation. The world's changing. And then I'm saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying emotionally, men need to evolve to recognize that they shouldn't feel defeated in a role that if they are just forced into it for a short period of time, to embrace that role, to become the best parent they can be while they're in between jobs for 4 months, instead of sitting around and being depressed and wallowing in sorrows of sadness and self-indulgent, almost self-hatred, is to turn it around and actually make it a self and family love experience. That if you're in between, and that will also amplify your ability to get a job faster. If that's what you're seeking, it's your outward display. That man did not know I was looking at him, but I saw and I caught and captured just pure pain. And it might have been tiredness as well, but when I changed his state of being by just having him reflect, and what I did was, it's a very fast way to emotionally just change somebody's frame of mind very quickly, is to get them to look back to change maybe the pain that they associated with the fact that their parent never walked them to school, or their father never walked them to school. And they can now say, he goes home and says, "You know what, I'm unemployed, but that made me feel really good. I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it like, wow, I'm actually doing something my father never did for me." And it changes the way that you think about it. Guys, everybody suffers in life. Our goal is to find out how to take our suffering and make it be able to become cured, our suffering become cured or limited or treated in a certain way. And then I believe we're supposed to share it with others, because our depression is isolation. Isolation is depression. It's if you don't share with what's going on in your life with somebody, if you're struggling, go seek out a coach. Go seek out, therapy is good for certain people, but in a sense of like growth in life, therapists aren't necessarily built for that. So don't be afraid to seek out a life coaching program or something along those lines. I'm not saying just with me. I mean, sure, yeah, I do that, and that'd be cool. I do it for autism. I don't work with anybody that doesn't first contribute to our autism fundraising program, and that limits the amount of clients that we get. I haven't really turned into that that machine to where I'm just getting 40 clients a month. You know what I mean? But it's a word of mouth business, and people that have good experiences, I know that we get testimonials and all, but don't be afraid. If I've worked with you in the past, feel free to leave a feedback or some sort of quote on Your Strategy Coach.